Here we have data at the BTOG meeting on the ALTA-1L trial, which is a randomized phase 3 trial examining the utility of frontline Brigatinib versus Crizotinib and ALK inhibitor naive patients. This is a critically important trial because when we look at the number of different ALK inhibitors that we have available, we see that in the relapsed post-Crizotinib setting, Brigatinib seems to be the best in class with the longest progression-free survival across any of the other ALK inhibitors that are reported, bearing in mind we have no head-to-head data at the moment. The ALTA-1L trial was a randomized phase 3 trial which took patients with metastatic ALK-positive disease who'd not been exposed to an ALK inhibitor and randomized them to either Brigatinib or Crizotinib with progression-free survival as the primary endpoint. Patients that had been randomized to Crizotinib were allowed to cross over to receive Brigatinib. The primary endpoint was met and there was a huge progression-free survival advantage for Brigatinib compared to Crizotinib. This has really translated also to an incredibly long duration of response. The important thing is to look also at intracranial activity, and we also see much better intracranial activity, both in terms of confirmed response rate, but also the duration of intracranial control measured by a number of different endpoints for Brigatinib compared to Crizotinib. And so really what we see here is that Brigatinib does represent an alternative treatment choice in the frontline setting for patients with ALK inhibitor naive disease, and really questions again the role of Crizotinib in this setting, where I think we're all really wanting to use next generation ALK inhibitors up front.